What is up, Love Nation? It's your girl Susu.
K Scott here.
And today you finally get your part 2 of the LGBTQ community. So thank you guys for waiting and rocking with us. But here's your chance now. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, turn that notification bell on.
And share this video.
Definitely share this video for anybody who has any questions, comments, concerns. Y'all leave those down below as well.
Alright, so let's get into it, baby.
Yes. So on the last video, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. But we did different types of lesbians last time, as well as poly relationships and whether or not we are interested. Are you interested?
No, I'm not interested. I don't have the energy.
We deal with enough between the two of us.
Right.
Anywho, so on to the gay part of the LGBTQ. So with gays, different types of gays, guys. You have tops, you have bottoms, and you have verses. So bottoms are the more feminine style gay men. They're the ones, oh girl, hey, those are the ones you look at and you know that they're gay. These are the ones you look at and you're like, yep, that one's definitely gay.
Yes. That's my best friend.
I have several of those.
Yes, indeed.
Gay men gotta be the best. Gotta have a gay man. As a woman, I feel like every woman has to have at least one gay man in her back pocket and in her corner.
Yeah, in her circle.
Of course, definitely.
Because they're fucking hilarious, man. There's no telling what they may say or do at the end of the day.
We don't experience that. That's still my voodoo. Still my boo. Love him to death.
Oh my God.
But
he lost some points with me. But
we getting there.
Still gorgeous.
Yes. Still the gorgeous. Love you. Mwah.
Yes.
So, anywho, on to the tops. So, your tops in your gay relationships. These are the ones that are kind of like your femmes in the lesbian world. You can look at them, but you wouldn't necessarily know that they're gay unless they come out. Those are the ones that are closeted. So those are the ones that they're the heartbreakers for the bottoms. They are really heartbreakers because it is devastating when you fall in love with somebody for who they are, but they're so closeted they can't openly come out for whatever reason, and sometimes you have to end that relationship to save your own self, because at the end of the day, love yourself, guys. So if you are in a relationship with somebody who is closeted, reach out to us. We're always here to help and support, because I've never been in a relationship with somebody that is closeted, but definitely questioning, but not closeted. So have you?
I have.
Okay.
I've had, and she was more closeted because of her faith, and we'll get into that
part 3.
Right.
We're gonna do a part 3, guys.
A little later, but yeah,
make sure y'all subscribe so that y'all can get in on that part 3.
That was her main. I don't think we even had this discussion. Like that
we have not.
That was one of her issues, and the reason why we end up going our separate ways because of that. You know what I mean? But I mean, it is what it is. I respect it. I respect everybody's religion, regardless of who you are and what you are. At the end of the day, that's your choice. And hey, kudos to you guys. So I'm not gonna knock it. But anyway, so moving on. Yes,
but it can be heartbreaking and devastating
for sure. But those are the ones that actually are bi too.
Yes,
they live
closeted bisexuals.
Yes. Like they can have a whole wife at home and kids. For real.
That'd be the top show. Yeah,
for real.
And some women. There's also women that are married to men with children that live in the closet, and her best friend might not be her real best friend.
Right.
So, yeah, that's, whew,
It's too much. Like,
that's a lot. I can't deal with closeted. If you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be upfront from the beginning. Okay, this is what I am. This is what I'm not, type of thing. Right. You want to be very open, especially in this community, guys. You have to be open. Mm-hmm. So, moving on to a verse. A verse you can compare to a stem in a way, right, as far as lesbians go. So, your stem is somebody who dresses both feminine and masculine. A verse is a giver and a receiver. So, that's how that's going to go. Bottoms mainly receive, tops normally give, mm-hmm, and then your verses will do both,
right,
on occasion. Mm-hmm. So,
and a lot of guys prefer that too.
Yes,
but a lot of them don't. A lot of them, especially them little sassy ones, like they prefer just taking and that's it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's all they want.
It's a different ball game. Mm-hmm. It is, because it's so many different types of pleasure, you can say. Nowadays. Oh, you want my juice?
Yes, I do.
Okay, there's my juice.
Thank you.
Always taking my juice, y'all. But yes, there are definitely some that just prefer to take, mm-hmm, and I mean, there's so many different ways of pleasure nowadays. Who knows?
Right. It's like the Pillow Princess. Did we talk about that?
Did we?
I don't think we talked about that.
We can get into the Gold Star and the Pillow Princesses. Let us know if we even talked about that, because I don't think we did. So we might have forgot that in part 1.
I think so, but moving on.
Yes. So we can go ahead and get back to some of the lesbian stuff that we did not add, mm-hmm, because it was a little bit deeper. We've got Pillow Princesses and Gold Star lesbians.
Right.
So that's 2 other types.
Discussion. So
maybe
let's just stick with the gays.
Yes, definitely. So, but that's it for the gays. You've got tops, you've got bottoms, you've got verses, mm-hmm, and that's it. It's a little bit more basic than the lesbian community, because there's so many different categories of lesbians. Gays are just like, this is it. You get 3 types and that's it.
Right.
And then, you've got the ones that fit into the bisexual, but that goes into the B. So, mm-hmm, of course, everybody nowadays should know bisexual does mean that you like both men and women, that you are attracted to both.
Right.
I see a lot of, especially women nowadays, that will just claim I'm a lesbian over I'm a bisexual, because it's easier to just say I'm a lesbian to get the men away from you, or I'm straight to get the women away from me.
Listen, they don't give a, nowadays, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't give a fuck if you straight or a lesbian or even gay. If they want it, they like it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But being a gay woman, it is easier sometimes to respond with I'm a lesbian than it is to say I'm bisexual.
Yes.
Because with that being said, a lot of studs, yourself included in this, I have seen that if you're looking for a relationship with a woman, if another woman comes up and says, I'm bisexual, you instantly get casted away from a lot of studs, mm-hmm, because they're like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with giving you a piece of myself, and you may be later down the road deciding you want to go get with a man, or you want to go back over this way. So
let me intercept right quick. So now I'm not like that. Like, I mean, I'm like that, but before I wasn't. It was okay. I was cool, because I didn't want serious, like when I first like really just starting to like really fuck with women, I was just cool. It was all fun. It was all good times, you know what I mean? But now in the age group that I'm in,
yeah,
I can't do all that. That's too much. Like,
so just a lesbian for you?
Just straight straight lesbian for me.
But had at the beginning of us, had I been like, I'm a bisexual, would that have went anywhere? Knowing what you know now.
See, that's the thing. And we also got to do that. Listen, we was live. Well, I was live last night, and I told them that we was going to talk about how we met.
Oh, that's a whole nother video.
So back when we first met, because there was so much sexual attention between us.
It was.
Like, it was straight fire. It was straight fire. You know what I mean? So I don't think I could have resisted the one night stand with you. No.
But would it have been more as it is
That's
now?
That's what I'm saying. It would have been no.
Now that you
know. When we first met, that was, we talked about that. Before we even got it in, we talked about that. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You know
but I was with a woman before.
But still,
But you was never interested in whether or not I was still interested in men. Because we have discussed that.
No, I think we did. We discussed that. We discussed that before I actually put it down on you. For real. I think we might have. Yeah. I think we might have discussed that
a little bit.
Yes, and I was like, nah, that's really not for me. But like I said, we was attracted to each other.
Yeah.
From
jump.
Yeah, from jump. So it was on and popping then. So a one night stand would have been it for me. Period. But once I put it down, you know what I mean, it was all good. She was like, hey.
Hold his head, y'all.
Hey. But yeah, it was,
Yeah, but back to the topic at hand. As far as bisexuals are shunned in the lesbian realm. Because there is so many questions, what ifs, and there are a lot of women who come and go into the lesbian community. But as a true bisexual, it's easier for me to just say I'm a lesbian because we don't go with boxes, guys. We're still gonna keep those boxes eliminated. But I fit into multiple boxes. I will only be in a relationship with a woman, but I have been with both and I am attracted to both. So I would technically be labeled as a bisexual because I will check out both men and women and have no problem with it. But as far as being in a relationship with somebody, it's just easier for me to say lesbian than it is for me to say bisexual at the end of the day.
Yeah, but far as if something
because of the fear of rejection.
But I think we had this discussion once before. But if something was ever to happen and things go south, which is not, would you go back? I mean, like you said, it's easier, right?
Yes, but that's a different video and a different conversation. That's more of a Sue Talks type of thing. So stay tuned for that. For the Sue Talks on the podcast because that is definitely a podcast conversation. Definitely a conversation for that. But moving on, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go to the T of the LGBT, and that is trans. So that is anybody that is in transition from a male to a female or a female to a male. And I see it work both ways. And my biggest thing that I can say about that is pronouns. Guys, pronouns. Respect people's pronouns. If you have a friend...
Wait a minute. So I know you're about to go into that, but let me ask you a question. Because I had a lot of encounters when it come down to, talking to someone that prefer to go by pronouns. So how would you address somebody like
without knowing their pronouns?
Exactly.
Ask them. That should be your first question. If you ever question what somebody wants to go by, ask them what their pronoun is. Don't just assume that because she is dressed masculine, she wants to go by he, or because he is dressed feminine, he wants to go by she.
Right.
So you have to ask people. Communication, guys, I will always stress that. Communication is key. It is, however, disrespectful to ask somebody what they have, but it is not disrespectful to ask them what their pronoun is. I would rather you ask me what my pronoun is and not offend me than to call me something and offend me. Because there is some things that will offend me. So knowing what people prefer to be called.
I mean, listen, that's just the times that we live in, guys. I mean, it does exist, so don't be closed-minded to what's currently going on. Educate yourself and stay in tune with what's currently going on. I get it. We got a lot of old school heads because I'm one of them. You know what I mean? So we just stick with
tough.
this. Yeah, we just stick with the gay, straight, lesbian, whatever. That's just it. That's all. But you know what I mean? Like I said, just stay in tune with what's going on. You know what I mean? And that does exist. So if you don't know anything about those, this video is very, very important for you guys, for sure.
Yes, because, and trust me, I get it. We're both old-fashioned. I prefer to call somebody him or her. That's just easier because to me, them and they are a group of people over there.
Right.
They are a group of people, and you know, them is a group of people. But if you have somebody that identifies as both, then it's easier to say they than it is to offend somebody. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to offend anybody. And I want to make sure that they're in a comfortable surrounding. You want to keep that safe space with the people that surround you. Right. And if you're referring to somebody as a different pronoun, you're not really creating a safe, comfortable environment for them. So, and that's my biggest thing that I can definitely preach is pronouns. Because I do have plenty of trans people that I know, and there's one currently joining my family. Maybe one day. Maybe there's a wedding. Let's hope so. So, with that being said, that is a very sensitive topic for me. And when I met them, that was the first thing I asked is, what pronoun do you use? Right. Because that was an easier opening statement for me.
What pronoun do you use?
Yeah. Than me just saying, oh, her.
Right.
Because that's not what they want to go by.
But I will say this, that's just me, that's my character. If I know you and we're just out, you know, socializing and stuff like that, I will say, bruh, I call my baby love, bruh.
Yeah, that's we bro each other all the time.
Exactly. That's
I'll be watching a video and be like, bro, have you seen this?
Right. So that's my baby. That's my best friend. This right here is everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, don't feel offended if someone just don't know, or you know, if that's just who they are, but you gotta know who they are as a person first before you feel some type of way. That just don't automatically get.
But you can also, like, people in the community, we are learning to correct people.
Right.
But I'm gonna give you one chance. If you call me the wrong pronoun, I'm gonna fix it for you and I'm gonna say she. If you call me a he, then I'm gonna be like she.
Right.
Because I get that with Kate all the time. People are like he and I'm like she.
Especially my babies. Listen. My baby
so confused.
My babies, listen, I love them to death, but they just, they're kids though at the end of the day. They don't really know. Like, you know. So
yeah, they know the whole mommy, daddy, Susu, K.
Right. So we have to correct them, but I think it's cute though. You know, later on they will understand a lot better. I don't take offense to it. You know what I mean? And that's the type of person
as they get older.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of adults need to be more like that. Just don't take offense to it at first. Now, if they keep calling you after you correct them, then check them. That's a problem. But You know, if they
and
don't know.
check yourself, people.
Right.
Not to cut you off.
No, you good. But if they don't know, they just don't know. You know what I mean? But
Ignorance is bliss, guys.
That part. So that's the reason why we have this video, and that's the reason why we're doing these videos. So if you know somebody that's like that, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this daggone video and hit that thumbs up for real.
Yes, we had that conversation at work not that long ago. I don't think we talked about it. I thought about it and then I forgot all about it.
Right.
But they are talking about how people discriminate without knowing that they discriminate.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one thing that I noticed a lot of people do, especially in the workplace. Mm-hmm. You don't really see it in a home environment because people in your home respect you, or at least they should.
They should, yeah.
But you do see it a lot at work, and I do work with trans people. Mm-hmm. Love them, support them. I give them everything that I can give them. Even if it's just love, advice, and sometimes a hug or a shoulder to cry on. Mm-hmm. But I do realize that people will be like, him, and I'm like, she.
Right.
And they're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, get it together. I'm going to need you to stop doing that because that's not okay.
And I don't mean to laugh. I laugh like that because I know my baby. She is very, I wouldn't say aggressive.
In your face. And I will.
But she would definitely correct you respectfully. And if you don't get it the first time, she's coming at you like, bruh, I'm gonna need for you to get it all the way correct. You know what I mean? Yeah, so she definitely gonna learn you if you don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, that's hurtful. I mean, the one person, I think the worst person that I've actually engaged in a conversation with kept saying he, and I was like, she.
Right.
And they go, yeah, but he. I said she. Mm-hmm. She goes by she. That is what she is. Right. She uses the women's restroom. She is in the women's locker room. She is a woman. Right. At the end of the day, stop questioning it.
Right. It is.
And they said, but I didn't ask what he wanted to be called. I said, well, I'm telling you what you're gonna call them. That's rude. Right. And I'm not gonna accept that. Being a leader of the gays, being a leader at my job with the LGBT affiliate group, I take that very serious, and I refuse to let somebody be discriminated against. And if they're doing it without knowing that they're doing it, and you call them out on it, and they still don't pay attention to it, draw more attention to it. Right. And, when you start stating facts and everything, then they'll figure it out. I mean, they don't have any choice but to. Mm-hmm. So, and if you work with people who are discriminating against you, you can escalate that, and I say take them to HR. It becomes a point.
I just wanted you to be comfortable, baby.
I know, but I just want y'all to know you can take somebody to HR if you confront them several times and get nowhere with it. So do not be ashamed or scared to address the situation, because if you address it with them and they do not change, that's an HR problem.
Listen, I'm gonna need for you to come all the way correct when I call for you. Don't have me calling for you a million times.
I was in mid-sentence.
I don't care. I wanted them lips.
Mid-sentence. Extra.
Anyway, so did we covered all of
Gold Stars and Pillow Princesses.
That's the third one. Then it's gonna be a quick, but Gold Star and Pillow Princess is definitely gonna be
part 3. A match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Part 3.
Part 3. Stay tuned, guys. Yes.
So
thumbs up.
Yes.
Hit that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe and share this, because it's very important for you guys out there to know, especially now.
Make sure y'all bell on. Don't forget, because y'all gonna miss part 3. And if you hadn't watched part 1, go back and watch part 1 on the different types of lesbians.
For sure.
And like we said, stay tuned for part 3.
Yes, indeed. K Scott here.
And your girl Susu.
And we are out. Peace. So anyway, yeah.
Hello, Nation.
Yes, we have to end our video, but we forgot to let y'all know that we do have a reaction channel. So hey, stay tuned. We're gonna react. Our first reaction video is gonna be Lil Nas X, man. Bruh, this lawsuit is freaking crazy. If there even is a lawsuit, but y'all just let us know. My bandana is acting up right now, so it is what it is. But yeah, y'all stay tuned, and hey, we gonna put our reaction channel.
We gonna drop our reaction channel down below in our comment section. Yes. So make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe, cut y'all's bell on the reaction channel. We will no longer be doing reactions or the secure that bag on this channel. We will now be doing it on our reaction channel. So head on over there.
Distracted y'all with my bandana. I'm sorry.
She just rubbing me like a little house cat, and now she done messed it up.
I know.
So
I have to get it right.
All right, guys. Follow us.